The Duke of Sussex was driven out through the main gates of the private royal residence in the Scottish Highlands by his security team this morning. Harry, who was already in the UK with Meghan Markle, was among members of the royal family who made a dash to Balmoral yesterday to see the 96-year-old monarch. The Duke flew to Scotland and was driven into Balmoral at around 8 p.m, an hour and a half after the public announcement of the Queen's death. A spokesperson for the Sussexes had initially said Meghan would be joining Harry, but it later emerged he was travelling alone. The couple cancelled an appearance at the WellChild Awards in London, where the Duke was due to give a speech. Harry is patron of the national charity for seriously ill children and their families. The Sussexes, who are living in California after quitting royal duties in 2020, had travelled to Britain this week as part of a mini-European tour. They touched down in the country last weekend and had made a stop in Germany before returning to the UK. The couple stepped out in Manchester for the One Young World Summit on Monday. It was their first public appearance in the UK since the Queen's Platinum Jubilee in June. They also travelled to Düsseldorf on Tuesday to mark the one-year countdown to the Invictus Games in the German city. It is not known when they are returning to their Montecito home across the pond. The Sussexes have a troubled relationship with the royals, and in a recent wide-ranging interview with The Cut magazine, Meghan said that just by existing she and Harry were upsetting the dynamic of the hierarchy before they stepped down. And in an interview with Oprah Winfrey last year, they made a series of explosive claims about the monarchy. It comes as Prince William, Prince Andrew and the Wessexes also rushed north of the border yesterday to see the Queen. In a rare update just after 12:30 p.m. on Thursday, Buckingham Palace said doctors were concerned for the monarch's health and had recommended she remain under medical supervision. The Duke of Cambridge, the Duke of York and the Earl and Countess of Wessex flew to Scotland, touching down in Aberdeenshire at around 4 p.m. before William drove them into Balmoral an hour later. Charles and Camilla, who are now King and Queen Consort, and Princess Anne were already in Scotland and arrived at Balmoral earlier that day. The palace announced at 6:30 p.m. that the Queen had passed away on Thursday afternoon at her Scottish retreat. A statement said, "The Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon. The King and the Queen Consort will remain at Balmoral this evening and will return to London tomorrow." Tributes have flooded in from all over the world, while thousands of members of the public have flocked to Buckingham Palace. Behind the scenes, the long-held London Bridge plans for the Queen's death are being rapidly put into action, setting out the next 11 days according to a strict timetable which will feature a lying-in state and a state funeral. Related articles: God Save the King, Liz Truss pays tribute to Queen. Speech in full: We shall never see Her Majesty's like again. Express comment: Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. Sussex kids could have new styles. King Charles III pays tribute to his beloved mother. Fern Britain issues plea to King Charles III to reconcile with Harry.